Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. In 1 Kings 17, we have an account of a prophet by the name of Elijah that God spoke to and told him to go over to a brook. And there was a famine coming. God had actually used Elijah to prophesy this to the wicked king and to let him know that there was a famine coming. And God was trying to get his people's attention to get them to turn back to him. But he told Elijah, go over by the brook Cherith, and he said, I've commanded the ravens to feed you there. And he told him that he would have water there at the brook. Elijah obeyed, and he went to the brook. And as he got to the brook, sure enough, there was still water there, although there was a famine in the land. And the ravens, just as God had said, brought him meat, the Bible says, morning and night. Now, in and of itself, to me, that is a miracle, because if you've ever watched birds, as I often do, birds are very stingy, and especially ravens. When you study ravens, you find out that, they're very selfish and they're very stingy. But God commanded the animals, the birds, to bring Elijah food day and night, and they did just that. I remember years ago, I was trying to figure out where that food was coming from because there was a famine, nobody had food. And as I studied, the only person that I could find that actually had food was wicked King Ahab. Now, you got to just work with me here because I always like to use my imagination. And I just imagine here is King Ahab. And back in these days, they didn't have windows like we have, the triple pane, the double pane windows. They would just open the windows and there would just, no screen there. Animals, birds could come in, fly in, whatever. And I imagine that these ravens, right as King Ahab, right as all his servants would have his food ready for him sitting there at the table, getting ready to eat, and all of a sudden the ravens swoop in and take the meat from him, and they don't eat it themselves, but they take it over to Elijah, and God sustains Elijah there at the brook. How amazing is that? I told that account today to you to let you know when you are in covenant with God, as Elijah was, God will take care of you. Listen to his voice. He'll speak to you and tell you where to go. He'll tell you what he needs you to do. Listen to his voice and obey him. And you'll see God is a God of provision, and he provides. Even if he has to take it from the enemy to bring it to you, God can, and he will do that. Trust in him today. He's a God that is faithful and true. He cares for you, and he will take care of you. Thank you for tuning in.